In this Pacific Northwest series, we're exploring the wonderful mountain town of Wallace, Idaho. Good old American town nestled in the mountains of northern Idaho. Absolutely stunning, great people, and no nonsense out here. People believe in law and order, and they behave, so there's still good places left out there. You just got to go out and explore it. So we're going to talk to the people, look at the sights, and see what's going on in this small North Idaho town.
Well, I was raised here 1951. We came over from Murray, the mining district, to Wallace, 314 Pine Street.
Very nice. What was it like in the 50s here?
This was the most unbelievable town anybody could ever imagine. It was a boom town. It was the wealthiest city, wealthiest incorporated city in the United States. The first city to have all its streets and all of its alleys paved.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What was it ruined?
It was ruined by the FBI in about 1985 when they came in here and closed our whorehouses down.
Right.
Gamble. They came in for gamble.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
No, they destroyed a vibrant mining community.
So when did it really start to change? When did you see like people moving in here from out of state?
Well, these guys probably got something to say about that, but I'm saying that it was that, a combination of that and the mining district, you know, the EPA, the mines, all the problems that were caused. The federal government is what ruined this town.
Yeah, they're always shutting stuff down and ruining people's fun, aren't they?
Well, they have a tendency to do that when they close the brothels up.
Right.
You know, that's a real bad sign right there.
So good hunting and fishing out here, I would imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's some of the biggest elk herds in the world down the Clearwater River south of here. And they planted the elk here from Yellowstone Park in 1933 out east of here at Enaville.
You know, like what?
Well, they're coming from all over the United States because this was a very vibrant community. The mining companies were very involved in what happened in the community. They were smart enough to understand that you had to have a willing, stable workforce to keep these mines going. So they provided the community with a swimming pool. We had 2 theaters here. You know, there's a huge Elks Club. We had a gun club here. We had golf. We had free ski school up on Lookout Mountain.
I learned to ski.
Yeah, everybody, every Boy Scouts, you know, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, whatever, all the kinds of things, you know, that give a foundation to a community we're here. We had a lot of Catholic school, 2 great hospitals at one time. The wealth that was produced here was just unimaginable, and the people that ran the mining companies, they weren't removed 3rd-generation executives. They were people that actually had every big prospect in this county was found by a prospector, and their families.
West, you know?
Yeah,
it's like every
the Day family is a great example, right? McCarthy's, Heckler Mining Company, and they were people that came from the bottom.
Right.
Their wealth they created their wealth, so they understood what it was like to work 12 hours in a whole 6 days a week.
With your back hurt.
Yeah. So I think they had just extremely progressive. And then on top of that, if you were a young man, 18 years old out of high school, and you wanted to go to college, they provided jobs for kids. They helped everybody get through school.
And now, now kids that don't have those opportunities who live here, you know, what do?
Well, the government stepped in and created a lot of problems for everybody in our society in the last 50, 60 years.
Definitely.
Yeah, in 1965, this was the height of the wealth of the United States. Everything has been downhill since then because of government involvement in every aspect of our life. Before, when people were expected to produce, be good citizens, be responsible, get a job, or else you didn't eat.
Yeah.
You know, so that was your motivation. And people here had a work ethic. You know, they came here the turn of the century, the 1890s and stuff. So, like, we're basically kind of 3rd-generation people from the people that actually walked you over these mountains, and they were ambitious people. the pimps, the gamblers, the ne'er-do-wells, the thrill seekers.
Yeah, you just don't have that can-do attitude anymore, especially from the younger generation.
No, it's been bred out of them.
Yeah.
Prosperity has killed the country.
Comfort
It
kills.
used to be a mining town, and there were, I don't know how many mines around here, but they were all over the place. I think there were maybe 13 mines in the area. But yeah, I left in 1981 and graduated in 1979, and this is our all-class reunion this weekend, and this is the last day, and it's just been wonderful, and this is just a big family.
Yeah, it looks that way. So how'd you find this place to begin with? Why'd you move here first?
Well, my dad moved us here in about 1965.
Okay.
Yeah, and what brought him here is a friend of his. They served in the Air Force together, and when his best friend moved up here, he came to visit, and he said, "Oh, we're moving here." So we left California and came here. And there's my brother walking across the street over there in that yellow shirt. Yeah.
What do you think about Wallace?
What do I think about it? Crime is very low in this town.
Yeah.
This is where I grew up. 76 was the year I graduated.
And you saw the place and you're just like, I'm moving here.
No, my dad drugged me into the country and we made do.
Gotcha.
But it's a good place. There's some good people here. Lots of work. One of the richest places in the world, this valley.
Because of the mining.
A lot of silver and gold comes out of here.
Are the mines still active?
A lot of them are, yeah. Some of them are just firing back up again. Sunshine, the Bunker Hill.
So you found about Wallace because your partner and you wanted to find a cheaper place to live, and this is kind of well known around this area, or?
Well, we were in Seattle at the time and wanted out. And so we were looking at Montana and just kind of found Wallace on the way and decided that it was good.
Right.
It was close enough to Montana, it had everything we were looking for.
So as you can tell after, listening to the locals, that Wallace really does have a rich history. And apparently prostitution was legal here until the 1980s. So drop me a comment if you know the exact time frame when the FBI came here and shut all the brothels down. But I go to a lot of mountain towns, and I've never really seen anything quite as authentic as Wallace. This overpass you see here on the left, they were going to build that straight through town. And the people were like, hell no, that's not happening. And they forced the federal government to build this overpass on the outskirts of the city instead of straight through the city, which would have ruined the entire city. And you can tell people have a healthy mistrust of government here. They don't like the government, stepping in their affairs. And I believe the mentality here in northern Idaho very much is, I'll go out of my way to help my neighbor, but I want outside influence to be minimal. People here want to preserve their way of life. People love their guns here. They love hunting. They love the outdoors. They love the freedom that you can only get in really remote western towns, and they don't want to see government influence hinder their way of life. And I think there's a certain magic out here with the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, and this town really reminded me of something you might see in like a holler in West Virginia. So I really enjoyed my time here in Wallace. I'll come back and spend more time here. It's just a fascinating place and embodies everything I like and enjoy in a good American mountain town.